Aloha, little lady. It was wonderful to see you again today. We're going to do a quick recap on one of the chords we learned, but we want to make sure it sticks this time. So what we're going to do is we're going to show the reiteration of what chords we've been doing. Each one of our lessons usually should start off with us doing that to make sure we're in tune together, which we did. And then the next thing we should do together is we should take our first finger and do the spider exercises. F, F sharp, G, G sharp, B flat, B, C, C sharp, E flat, E, F, F sharp. This is going to be an A flat, A, B flat, B. This is going to be a C, C sharp, D, E. It's going to be an F, F sharp, G, and a G sharp. What we do is when we go through all these, we can kind of let go of some of the tension that's on our first finger when we get to the fourth fret, if we can't make that stretch. You got a bigger fretboard on there, so it's totally acceptable. Just remember, we're not doing all flat notes here. We're all doing pointy notes, which means we're going to want to use the top of our fingers, or at least the top palette of the first note. Okay, those are our spider exercises. The idea is we want to get all the way through those to make us a little bit faster. Also gives us a little bit of definition and muscle memory. So today, just here's the reiteration. E major, our first finger is going to go on the first fret on the G string. And the G string is not the E string, which is the sixth. It's not the B string, which is the fifth. It's not the D string, which is the fourth string, but it's the third string. That one. It's not the B, which is the second, or the E, it's the third string. So we put our first finger on the first fret on the third string to make that G a G sharp by sharpening it a half step. If I sharpened a G a whole step, it would make an A, but I want a G sharp. So for E major, I've got a G sharp. My second finger is going to go on the second fret onto the fifth string, the A string, to make it B. A, B flat, B. And with those two, I've got the 1 and the 3. I'm sorry, I've got the 5 and the 3. So when I play the open E and the 5, and then another E, and then G sharp, I get E major. Incorporates the G sharp, the B, and the E. E major. When I play that E major by taking my first finger off, putting my second finger where my first finger was, my second finger where my third finger where my second finger was, and then bringing my pinky onto the fretboard, onto the second fret where the finger was, to make that B note, I make that same exact shape with different fingerings. So what I do to get comfortable with that is the same thing you're going to do today with your A chord. You're going to be playing the A major, which has the C sharp. So this is a second string, which is a B. B on the first fret makes a C, and B on the second fret makes a C sharp. What we don't do is we don't put all three of our fingers down to cover that A note. We actually put our whole finger, and it's one of the chords we call a flattened note chord. Not a pointy note like our spider exercises, but a flat note where you actually cover down all of them. This one chord, A major, is going to omit the sixth string, so you don't have to worry about playing the low E. However, you are going to be playing the low fifth string, the A string. That note is going to ring out nice and clear, which means when you play A major, you're going to want to have a muted E, so it's nothing, and then an A, and then an E, and then another A. You can hear the unison. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, 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 do. And then above that, I have a C sharp. The reason why, in the key of A, we have 3 sharps. F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp. So when we play those, we've got A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, and then we go right back into the note we're looking for, A. So our major triad, when we look at that, after spelling it, getting rid of the second and the fourth, getting rid of the B and the D, we have an A, C sharp, and E. When I play that flattened chord, I'm getting the C sharp, because this B note is a B, C, C sharp, E flat, E flat, G, G, G sharp, A, D, E flat, A. So E, A, C sharp makes a major. So with our right hand rhythm, we have a downstroke, and then we keep 4 with our right hand. If we were to say 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, what we would do is we would switch our fingering on the and. Watch this, ready? Second finger first, then we're going to go to first finger. We're going to alternate between these as if we're going back and forth, yeah? So the first one's going to be like this. 1 and 2 and and 3 and 4 and attack, switch, 2 and 3, and make sure to keep the right hand going. Attack and switch and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2. See how I'm switching my finger on the 1 and 2, and what happens is when we're playing quarters, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, when we play whole notes, we could go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then you have literally like 3.5 other beats to get your fingers on the right chords. Well, when you're trying to play that this way and you're doing half notes, which are half the beat of whole notes, so we've got 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. That means that and 1 and switch and switch and switch needs to go faster. But by the time you do your quarters, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, and you're gonna have ample time to feel 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and I'm gonna do my pinky, 3 and 1 and then after we do whole notes and we do half notes, we do quarter notes, which is every beat. 4 quarters in a dollar, 4 beats in 4/4. 1 and 2 and different fingers every time, only down strokes, 4 4 4. That's what we're doing this week, playing A major, making sure it rings out nice and clear over the top. All right. After that, you can do eighth notes, which is just the same as quarter notes, down, 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 except you're doing it down and up. So you're doing the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then over the top of that is 16 notes where you do 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and you're just basically subdividing all these beats. But for us this week, I would love to see you doing the A major for us next week. Here it is. I'll do it with you. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and A and 2 and 3 and 4 and A, switch, 2 and 3, keep the beat on the right and switch accordingly 2 times. And here's what's up. Once you get through that, you can do your E major to your A major. All right? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, and then maybe every one. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. See how the rhythm on the right hand influences the other hand? Anywho, great job this week. If you also want to do the C major, scoot it up a half step and hear that weird dissonance, you can do that also with the A major and scoot it up to the B flat major that has the open dissonance as well. It's great ways to hear what not to play and what to resolve back to. I really enjoyed seeing you this week. Also, make sure you work on your blackbird intro. Keep those fingers in the plicks. You're doing your middle finger and your thumb together, 6th string and your 2nd string. And then the first finger is alternating on the G to get you your... And then as soon as you do the G one, the next one's going to be your A minor, but you don't need to play the 6th string anymore. You're only going to be playing the 5th string for. Once you go through this correlation, you get that, you move up to this note. Remember, you put your finger down on the D, so you're covering the C with the D, and then put your 2nd finger down on the B note on the 5th string. That makes that note. When you put them all together, it's great seeing you. I'll see you next week. Aloha!